What is up, guys? I am Keemstar, and that is Only USB Blade way down there. And I climbed all the way up this hill to find this abandoned fort. Pretty creepy shit. Look at that. They like dug right into the freaking ground. Got a weird chair there, strapped down. Who built it? Who built it? Look at that fucking hole down there. They literally put fucking dirt on top of wood. Like they're building a fucking trap. What the fuck is going on? Anyhow, I'm Keemstar. We found a fucking hangout. And what is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am Killer Keemstar.
And I'm Only USB Blade.
We're doing that podcast, nothing but audio. Listen to us while you game. And we have a couple sponsors we want to get to.
What?
And our big shout out to our sponsor, Pepsi. Thank you, Pepsi. You are awesome. I love your diet products. Coke is a little bit better. And then Blade with our next sponsor.
I don't spring that on me. I have no idea.
Dude, you're supposed to... This was improv sponsorship.
Improv sponsorship?
You're supposed to just keep on going until we got to, like, Walmart. No, we have no sponsors. But listen, we're here. We're doing the show. We played some ladder ball.
Ladder ball is awesome, by the way.
What a battle. What a fucking battle.
So, ladder ball, let me try to explain it. Let me try to paint that picture for you. It is, there's like, you explain it, I don't know.
It's... All right, so ladder ball is basically a ladder, all right? Picture what a ladder is. Picture a ladder with only 3 runs, so it's a really short ladder, but it's the same width of a ladder, right? And what you do is you have 2 ladders set up like horseshoes on each end. And what you're trying to throw is you're not throwing horseshoes to try to ring it on the ladder. You're throwing 2 golf balls
that are connected by
connected by a string. All right, that's ladder ball. There will be a picture of ladder ball right now on this video. Bam, that's ladder ball.
Okay.
So anyhow, we play ladder ball. In the top run, you get 3 points because that's the hardest one to hit. Is the top one. The middle one is worth 2, and the bottom one is worth 1. So we play, and I'm way better than Blade, but I happen to have a bad day today. So go ahead, take it away.
That's ladder ball. This Keem has a bad day when he plays me in ladder ball. That's what happens.
Basically what happened is I beat him in the first game, kicked his ass.
You didn't kick my ass.
And then we started to play again for $1.
Because if you play anything, like anything competitive, or like I'm not saying ladder ball is competitive, but if you play anything where you're trying to win, it's more enjoyable if you have like a buck on it. Because if you lose, like, who cares? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the first game we played for nothing, I won. The second game, like, we were like, dude, let's play for $1. Let's make this interesting.
Yeah.
And dude, the game changed, bro. Like, we were going neck and neck. Like, it's amazing how the game changed so much from the first game. The first game was like us fucking around. Yeah. All right. $1 gets put on the line.
As soon as the $1 gets put on, it is just
completely different game.
Intense. We're all quiet and shit, letting the other person go.
So I win.
Arguing over. All right, so you get, like, a person gets to go first. And there's the thing that dictates if you go first is if you got points that last round that we had, or if it was a tie, then you get to keep on going.
Right.
And so, like, you claim something where it's like, oh, I have to go first because it's a tie back to the beginning, and I won last game.
We're getting real serious. But anyhow, just picture this. Like, I win, and then it's double or nothing, and then Blade wins, and then it's like, then Blade won again, and then it was double or nothing, and then I won back. Like, so it was crazy. Nobody ended up winning at the end. It was a giant tie. And we decided to just do the podcast because we needed the podcast out there.
Yeah.
So what's up, podcast? We are here. We are here right now. I want you to grab your drink and put it up in the sky, and let's do a virtual cheers. Oh, yeah?
Aren't they gaming?
Cling, cling. Well, if they were gaming, they just fucking got shot. Oh, man. Did you see the friggin' riots and stuff in Turkey?
No.
Dude, you haven't seen this shit?
No.
Dude, it's as soon as Obama got into office, a lot of weird shit happened, right? Obama goes over to the Middle East. He starts talking about freedom and all this shit. And now all these countries, like, the Occupy Wall Street and the fucking riots in Libya, and now fucking Turkey, like all these countries. Turkey has people running out into the streets, and the only fucking country that's been able to survive this so far is Syria. And Syria is just murdering them. They're just like, oh, fuck, you want to protest? Dad.
For real.
Yeah. So now it's happening in Turkey. In fucking Turkey now this shit is going down.
I've often thought about that, man. Like when riots and like it's almost like a revolution happening.
Oh, yeah.
That a lot of times...
It is. That's what it is. It's a revolution.
It's a revolution happening. Like a lot of times people don't realize that, you know, in big groups of people, it's hard to deal with. You know what I mean? Like if you collaborate with like a whole building... You could take over the building. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the fucking thing, dude. All right, you see all these uproars in Libya, and you see the uproars in Egypt, and all these countries where now they have new governments since Obama's came into office. Like it's been leaked that like pretty much Obama, they were plotting with people within these countries on the internet to get up and protest. Like, they've been doing it. They were caught doing it. It was part of the WikiLeaks. It was exposed. Right? So, at some sense, as much as some people might not agree with his politics, Obama is a fucking genius. Like, Obama has been pulling this fucking Art of War shit. You know about the Art of War?
I know about the book. I've never, like...
Have you read it?
No.
One of the rules in the Art of War is try to win the conflict without fighting. And that's what Obama's been doing. He's been fucking changing all the governments of the fucking Middle East by getting small groups within the country to stand up and protest. That's insane! It's such a fucking win. That's a fucking genius. He's been able to fucking win all these wars with no war, pretty much. And now you compare that to George Bush, and it's like, wow,
dude,
a fucking retard.
Dude, the thing is, like, anything after George Bush, we would have been fucking super pumped for. Like, we're going to look back, like, hundreds of years from now, we're going to look back on, like, the U.S. presidencies and shit.
Yeah.
I don't, like, there were situations that happened, you know what I mean? Like, presidential scandals and shit like that, but, like, George Bush was, like, he looked like evil when he was up there. He looked like Steve Martin...
Yo, here's the thing, though. I think George Bush is fucking smart as fuck, and he purposely played that ditzy blonde character.
No, I think he's really... No. Here's the thing. See, that's the beauty about it. He puts on such a performance, but it's not him. Like...
Yeah,
he can't improv. You know what I mean?
The performance that...
He can barely deliver what people tell him to say, and he definitely can't improv.
I'm telling you right now...
choked on a peanut, man.
I'm pretty sure that George Bush... is playing an act when he does that, hey, and he's fucking winking and shit, and he's like, oh, I fucked that word up, oh, well, you know, whatever, and, you know, that's gotta be like this ditzy act type of thing, and then he fucking walks away from that, and all of a sudden he has no fucking southern accent at all, talks like a fucking me and you, and he's just like, all right, boys, like, I don't know how much longer I can do this. I'm fucking dumb, and I'm making mistakes because I'm stupid thing.
Yeah.
Like, pretty much, we're going to fucking get exposed for being evil motherfuckers pretty soon, you know? Like,
I'm just saying.
That's the way I always thought of George Bush.
Yeah, pretty much. Dude, he was such a joke. Like, first off, Clinton was just slick.
Oh, yeah. Clinton was, like, fucking smooth as paper, dude. That dude just... You can't fucking do an interview with this dude and be like wanting to fucking get rid of him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he was...
Like, fucking Republicans
runner.
were like, dude, this guy got a fucking blowjob. I hate him.
I never understood why that was such
him.
a...
He got a blowjob.
Why that was such a bad thing, though.
That's the worst thing they could come up with. Think about how good of a fucking president.
I know, he was an amazing president.
You would have to be for... all the criticisms in your whole candidacy of fucking 2 terms, 8 years, boils down to you got a blowjob. That's an insult? That's the best you got? I got a blowjob, motherfucker!
Yeah, no shit.
I'm Bill Clinton!
I think, can't the president order blowjobs, like, from any American? Can
He's not like a king.
Well, no, but I'm saying, like, who's going to say no to Bill? You know what I mean? Like...
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, if the president wants to kick it with you, you're gonna be like, nah, I'm good.
Do there's that other podcast that always asks that gay question. Like they always ask gay. I don't know. There's this podcast. I don't know what the fuck it is. Some Woody something. They always they had their guest on there and they always ask these stupid gay questions like, would you rather fuck yourself or fuck a mermaid or some shit?
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
This stupid fucking shit that happens on that show. I can't even remember the name of the show, but anyhow. There's this, like that question. I think one of those questions was, would you rather like have $1 million or and bang a dude or never bang a dude or some stupid question like that? You remember that question?
Never bang a dude.
Right, never bang a dude because you never know. But what if it was like the dude was the president?
Still wouldn't bang him.
And you got $1 million?
No.
You threw fame on top of it?
No, maybe if I didn't have the fame, maybe, but like that's no.
You could launch so much shit from that. Like,
I'm not the straight dude that banged the president for some cash. That's not going to be on my resume.
Okay, so listen. I wouldn't do it either. I wouldn't, but dude, it's so much more than $1 million because think about that. Right? You're fucking famous for fucking the president being caught with some gay shit, right?
I don't want to be known for that.
Right. No one would want to be known for that. But literally, there would be $1 billion there for you to grab.
Wait.
Fucking, you can launch your
You think
fucking
Monica
company.
Lewinsky is balling right now?
She could have been if she played her cards right. She could have been. Everybody knows who the fucking Monica Lewinsky is,
But
right?
she's known for being the fucking most famous dick sucker of all time.
But what? Okay, Monica.
Did he even hit the pussy on that one?
Who knows? No, I think there was something like a cigar went up there. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he stuck the cigar in her puss.
Weirdo.
They said that he smoked it at like the next conference or some shit like that.
Oh,
That's hilarious. Like the next like event. That
there's
he was
no
at.
way he could have done that.
That's what I heard.
Shit would have dried out in time unless he left I don't know. Fuck it. This is getting creepy. Anyhow, yeah, because it wasn't like it was.
But think about that. Like that's the worst thing that came from Clinton. It wasn't even a bad thing to me. It wasn't a bad thing. You know what I mean?
No.
Like that's for him and his wife to figure out, and it's super weak because they're in the public eye. You know? I don't think Barack's never cheating on Michelle. That ain't happening.
You know what? When Barack Obama was running for president, there was this thing on YouTube, and it was like this guy claiming to smoking crack and doing gay stuff with Obama. And it was like, dude had pictures of them like in a limo and shit. Like, but it never got picked up by the news, and it was like huge on YouTube.
For real?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up again.
Yeah, that's a look-upper.
I think it's weird that the last like 3 presidents admitted to doing like coke and stuff. Like Clinton's like, yeah, I did coke before, and fucking so did Bush.
When did they say this?
You didn't know that?
No, I mean I knew Bush was doing blow because like I just on how sketchy he was sometimes. Like I knew he was fucking high as fuck on that. Like he was sending people to fucking like to prison and to like the death penalty for like trafficking major amounts of coke. And he's like, but you're a fucking cokehead though. Like how do you do that? They kill everybody in Texas, man.
Yeah, they do.
They kill everybody.
Yeah, they all wrote books, and they all admitted like to doing like smoking weed and fucking. Yeah, they have all admitted to it. Like I thought it's kind of smart though, right? Because basically, I don't know where it is, but basically, Obama, like he released his book while he was a running mate, so no one could come out and be like, "Dude, I used to do coke with him." Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He released the book before, so it's like. No one can, like, there's no news story like, oh my god, he was caught. Now, if you never did that before, then this shit could come out.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I think that everybody, like, imagine, that would suck to run for politics, bro. Imagine them going through everything.
That you've ever done. Yeah.
Fuck that. Like, I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to put, like, my family through that because they're going to hit them up, you know?
Oh, yeah. Everyone you've ever known. Like, literally, your best friend growing up is going to fucking get $1 million fucking book deal.
Yeah. I haven't talked to the motherfucker in 10 years, but, like, you know what I mean? Like,
when we were younger, me and President Blade were up in a tree fort, and he had porno magazines.
I do want to build a fucking, not a fort, but like an elevated house in a tree.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. You know what we should do?
What?
All right. I thought this would be the best idea to build a fort. Like, first of all, I was thinking about, all right, let's fucking put some money together and do this right. Like, put a log cabin, which would be way better than that. Is literally picking up shit that people put on the side of the roads. You know, like people are putting dressers and all kinds of wood. Sometimes there's wood out there. If you just went around and picked up all that junk, you could build the sickest fort.
That'd be crazy.
You know what I mean?
That'd be crazy.
And you could like put fucking furniture up there.
That'd be dirty as hell, though. That'd be dirty.
Why is it dirty?
Because it's other people's fucking furniture and shit
that they put out to the road.
Yeah, so they don't care. Like, if you ever like take a couch off the side of the road.
Mm-hmm. Have I taken one?
Yeah.
We talked about this the last podcast. Yeah.
Oh.
You've never done that?
No, that's nasty. Like a couch? No, maybe a bookshelf, but like not a couch.
Yeah, dude, like when you're fucking like 19 years old and you have your apartment and like you see a fucking couch, like it's a fucking couch. You go to someone else's house, you're going to sit on their couch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think...
You obviously clean it. You don't put it in and then fucking take a nap in it. You know, like, put it in your house right up the street. There's like a rat underneath the fucking pillowcase. You gotta fucking like dust the shit off.
Plus, like back home, like you would never take a couch because it rains like every day.
Oh, in Seattle.
Yeah, so it's just like you wouldn't take furniture there because it'll just get rained on. You know.
That's like a big thing now. What people are doing is they're just driving around and picking up garbage. Like that's the new thing. Like, I put a bunch of junk out in front of my house. Mm-hmm. Dude, fucking 3 different people stopped and grabbed stuff.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like, what'd you put out?
Like, a fucking old greenhouse that was back here. The fucking metal poles and shit were all bent. It was all fucked up. There was nothing good to take. They took it all.
Dude, alright, so, like, every movie or show having to do with, like, drug addicts, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm talking, like, the grimiest of drug addicts, right?
Okay.
They will get like piping, you know, like they'll get like steel and piping.
Oh yeah, they'll walk into a fucking abandoned house and rip out all the copper.
Yeah, and then they'll go in and they'll like trade it in and they'll get like not that much money for it, but they'll get money for it, you know.
Yeah, in fact, in one of the Sopranos, Tony like fucking buys a bunch of houses and he goes in with a team and rips out all the why can't I say copper for a little extra cash on top of it.
Yeah,
it's insane. Metal prices go up. You know, I was just hearing somewhere about fucking diamonds. Like these man-made diamonds, you can't tell.
For real?
You can't tell if it's out of the ground or if it's man-made. So think about that for a minute. How many diamonds are actually real? There's no way to fucking tell.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Now think about that for 2 seconds, all right? Figure out how to fucking make diamonds and literally just start fucking selling that shit.
That's an idea, but then like the thing is like, it's the supply and demand type thing. Like if diamonds are just readily available to fucking sell at the grocery store.
Yeah, but why? What I'm saying is, why don't me and you figure out how to fucking make these diamonds? It's like a fucking money tree.
Yeah, but us making it would literally make the value of it go down.
Yeah, the value would go down, but who cares? We'll fucking make like a cool fucking 10 million before that shit ends. I'm seriously, there's got to be some. I don't know how the fuck they do it. They're probably taking coal and they're just compacting it with fucking giant machines.
I mean, I never really give a shit about diamonds, so like, go for it. Like, you basically, okay. What I'm saying is that in history of how things work, what you're implying to do is literally make it so that diamonds are worth nothing. Okay,
that's insane.
That's what you're trying to do. Because if you can develop and make diamonds, and then other people can do it after you, it's going to come to a point where diamonds aren't going to be worth shit.
Well, what I'm saying is they're already doing that, and what they're doing is they're just storing them and only releasing a certain amount on the market. That's how they keep the fucking value of diamonds so high. That's what they're already doing that.
Oh, so they have diamonds like just stashed away, and then every year they fucking drop them off.
Yeah, there's 2 different things that they're doing. They're storing man-made diamonds, like storing tons of them, right? Mm-hmm. And then they're storing diamonds on the ground.
What makes a diamond?
Basically, diamonds are basically like a piece of coal that's been. There's so much pressure from the earth because they're way down there that it fucking turns them into diamonds. So like, I'm guessing the man-made diamond is the same concept. It's fucking grabbing something and putting a lot of pressure on it and fucking turning it into a diamond or some shit. I don't know.
I'm just saying the material. You know what I mean? The material of a diamond. Where does that come from?
Coal.
It's just coal.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep.
It's just coal that like had some crazy ass.
You know they dig coal out of the ground, right?
Yeah.
And it's flammable. Like you can burn it. It's I don't know. It's basically like oil. That's fucking.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Oil and coal is like made out of the same thing. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Right. And like I guess coal is like the crust of oil or some shit. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. Someone in the comments is gonna be like, Keemstar's a fucking idiot, didn't graduate from high school, fucking I learned this 11th grade, blah blah blah. Alright, fucking school me in the comments, please. But anyhow, coal is pretty much the crust of the oil pizza, right? Okay. You got a little bit of, pepperoni, natural gases here and there, but
blown out dough.
You need a methane mushroom. Methane mushroom. That sounds like a drug. Yo, dude, I was doing some methane mushrooms.
Methane. Dude, I need you to get on the Breaking Bad tip because it's coming back. The way that
I'm not doing Breaking Bad,
dude. The way that you went at The Sopranos, okay?
Yeah.
Now, I think you should watch Mad Men.
Yeah, but Sopranos fucked up my life, dude.
How'd it fuck up your life?
Listen, I watched Sopranos, every single episode of Sopranos from the first one all the way to the end. In about 4 days. That's 6 seasons in 4 days. I don't even know how many episodes it was. Maybe it was 5 days now that I think about it. I can't remember. But anyhow, and within that time frame, I had to have gained 10 pounds. Because in the fucking show, which I'm watching nonstop, they're constantly fucking eating.
Yeah.
That's all they did. And then they're smoking all the time. So I'm like fucking smoking and eating all fucking day. Right? And then, like, I get into this mood where I start feeling like I'm one of the Sopranos because I'm watching it so much. So now I'm thinking, like, oh, dude, my phones are fucking tapped, like, I gotta go fucking kill some people. Like,
you're only driving it, like, on the half-hour marks.
I gotta go clip somebody. Like, I'm looking over my shoulder. Like, I got so involved in this fucking Sopranos that I couldn't leave it. And I don't want to get involved in Breaking Bad like that. Fuck that.
Breaking Bad is awesome. Well, you're not okay. You watch Breaking Bad, you're not going to get into it so much that you think that you're in his position, but you're going to sympathize with him.
I get paranoid when
it's so good though.
Because the thing is like a part of me is an actor, right? Part of me is an actor. I do acting on my channel and stuff like that. I play roles and stuff. So when I'm watching a film, it's really easy for me to be that character like that.
Yeah.
I think it's easier than a normal person because not everyone's a fucking, like some people.
I like rooting for the bad guys in movies.
That's the other thing.
I like that. Like, for real, I like the assholes in movies. I really do.
So, but if you identify with that person, you really get involved in that shit, and you're on a marathon, you're watching it over and over and over again. That changes up your fucking thinking. Like, you become... I'm sure people can tell me in the comments, like, oh, I watched this season of this, and I fucking just felt like that.
Here's the thing. This is how engrossing and how much more epic it can be if it's done right. If you watch a movie, you can be enthralled with that movie for 2 hours, but then that's it, right?
Yeah.
If a show has you enthralled, it can keep you enthralled for fucking seasons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can keep you enthralled for like, okay, I got another fucking 4 hours of this I can watch tonight.
Dude, I'm going to tell you, this was the worst experience that's ever happened to me. Whatever you do not do this, all right? I watched on Netflix the first season of 24.
Yeah.
And I stayed up for 24 hours. Have you ever watched that 24 at all?
No.
Okay, so 24 is the most fucked up show in the world, right? 24 is 24 episodes, and each show is an hour long, and it all takes place, the whole season, in one day.
That sounds fucking awesome.
Okay, but now think about this, right? The first hour of the day, right? They find out there's like a fucking nuclear bomb somewhere in this fucking city. I don't want to give it away.
Okay.
All right? And then each hour, they're still trying to figure it out. So every episode you watch keeps you on a fucking cliffhanger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for 24 hours straight, you can't go to bed because you need to find out what's going to happen, right?
There's
And
no
you're
nap,
on the edge of your
time
seat.
out. There's no nap episode.
No, it's literally like if you watch the first season of 24, you're going to be up for 24 hours and you're going to be in a panic mode for 24 hours.
See, this is okay. I never got into it. I never watched it.
Try it. You will not like it. You will be like, fuck, I can't put it down.
All right, you know what's fucking hilarious? You know what's a big deal about 24 when it was going on? The black boss in 24.
Yeah.
He in one episode he gets shot, right?
Okay.
And like it looks like he just died or whatever. The very next scene is a commercial for Allstate, and it's the same actor, but in the Allstate commercial, they're like, you know your loved ones are going to be missed. And it's just like, what the fuck? And everyone was just like, well, wait a second.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. That was the first season. He's the president.
Yeah.
He's the president. I don't think he got shot, though.
You know what's
Unless it's a different season.
You know what's an awesome trick that TV shows can do? It's hilarious, is to put on a fake commercial before the show, like to integrate into the show. Mm-hmm. Like imagine like a story where they're talking about they're like filming a commercial. So you make this commercials at the very beginning of when it comes back from the actual commercials, and people get confused.
Yeah. Holy fuck, that's trippy.
Yeah.
Yo, so so anyhow, I was thinking about this. Isn't it a little strange that like in the 90s and like the first 8 years of the 2000s, almost every movie that involved like a fictional president was like black?
Yeah. Lately,
or a non-fictional?
Yeah, they don't like being the white president is not like the hip thing anymore. So
no,
like,
I was just isn't that insane?
They don't have that. Yeah,
before Obama got into office, like all the presidents were black. Yeah. That's so weird in movies.
Yeah, it was always like Morgan Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
What else? What other movies were there?
And it was like they were kind of like going for that shock, like something that's never going to happen, and then bam, it happened.
The Chris Rock movie when he runs for president.
Oh yeah, I love
that movie is hilarious.
Do you know what's weird about that movie? I'm not a movie buff, but that movie right there, I've seen probably about 10 times.
For real?
Because I love it.
Yeah, that movie is amazing. Are you down to see the Fast and Furious?
There's another movie that's kind of like that Chris Rock movie, but it's Eddie Murphy, and he runs for a senator. And it's so good.
Yeah. Eddie Murphy was hilarious, dude.
He plays a senator. And you know how he gets the senator's seat in this movie? And I can't think of the name of it. Someone will tell me in the comments. Yeah. He gets the senator's seat because...
Distinguished Gentleman? I think it's like a Distinguished Gentleman.
Yeah, this senator fucking dies, right? And he has the same name as the senator that just croaked away. And it was a fucking senator that, like, held that district for so many fucking years. Yeah. So he just ran with the same name, and nobody knew. And they just voted for the same guy. They fucking forgot that he died.
That's awesome.
Isn't that a fucking brilliant move? Because you know these motherfuckers go into the polling office, these old people, and they don't give a shit. They don't care. Know. They're like, oh, yeah, I've been voting for this fucker for 20 years. Bam, there he goes again. Yeah, you just voted for some Eddie Murphy-looking motherfucker.
It's his son. You're voting for his son at this point.
Yo, before we started this, and then we'll go to a break, but before we started this, you said you had to tell me... You were about to tell me this story about this kid in your school, and he had this weird, like...
Oh, no, my...
I want to hear this story, then we're going to go to break.
All right, so I have a friend, and everyone calls him Drama, and kind of like the character from Entourage. Like, you know how I don't know if you ever watch Entourage too much, but, like, Drama's character in the show, he was always, like, over-exaggerating ridiculous, you know? And then he would get really combative and like mad, right? And he'd always like try to outdo you. You know what I mean? Like one time we were talking about
one-upper.
He was definitely a one-upper. Like one time we were talking about super soakers, and we were talking about. I remember I had the 100. And someone was like, "Oh, I remember I had like the 250." And this dude just jumps past all that shit. He's like, "No, dog, I had it. I had this one thing where you could be on the 50-yard line and shoot a field goal with water." And we all kind of sat there and we're like, no, you didn't. Stop. Just stop it. Just knock it off.
He's like, dude, it came with a fire truck,
I know,
bro.
You always exaggerated, bro. Like if you went out and you're like, oh, I had a rough bar tab. It's like, no, We kicked it with the billionaire kids or billionaire alcoholic club or whatever. And then, dude, our tab looked like a phone number.
Dude, it would take such a long time to do, but this would be the greatest like YouTube fucking channel, right? If a dude just fucking went around with a hidden camera and started talking to random people and fucking one-upped them until the point where they lost their mind.
All right,
like,
so this is when this phrase took off. I'll explain what happened. So I'm sitting in the I'm sitting in the living room, and these dudes are in the kitchen, and Drama is telling my buddy Bray about how they went so hard and like drank for like 2 nights straight, and, spent like $5,000. Like it was nothing. It's just. And then Bray just was like Bray's this dude that would like he would drink hella beer like throughout the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when he crashed people's houses, he had an 18-pack. He would wake up in the middle of the night, drink, and go back to sleep.
What the fuck?
Like he just like throughout the day he was always drinking beer, right? It was like his water. And he was like, "Man, I don't believe you, bro." He's like, I just you talk a lot of stuff and you say you've done all these things, but I just don't think that you really kick it that hard, you know?
Right.
And Drama took offense to this. He got fucking like rage mode. He's just like, no, I kick it way harder than you do. Take that back.
I kick it way harder than you do.
I kick it, and me and Bryce were in the living room. We're like, what the fuck? Did he really just say that? That's amazing. That's amazing.
It way harder than you.
Just the thing is like if you think about competitive things, like I'd be like, my car's nicer than yours.
Yeah, I got a better job. I got more money. Something. My girlfriend's hotter.
Yeah.
This dude says I kick
it way harder than you do.
I'm more of a fuck up.
We were dying when he said that, and for like the next 6 months, that was like the line. You know what I mean? Because we'd be going out, we'd be drinking or whatever, and be like, I kick it way harder than you. Like, take a shot. I'm like, all right.
All right, guys, we're going to be right back after this. You're going to get more of that Bad Kid
Cast.
We are officially back on the Bad Kid Podcast. Or this is the Bad Kid Cast.
Bam.
So, I launched a new project. My dude. I might as well just talk behind the scenes shit that's going on right now. Why did I say behind? So weird. I'm like the
behind closed doors, behind private Skype conversations.
So
there's
the New York Thrust, which is my competitive team, and basically, let me explain how this worked because I never told this story. I think it's cool for everyone to know. I got involved in competitive gaming because this guy, Eric, came up to me and he was like, look, Thrust needs to have a competitive team. I have all these sponsors. Everything's paid for. Yeah. They're going to be called Thrust and you're going to promote the team. I'm like, fucking, this is cool. Like, I know we're going to do a lot of promotion for this team, but we own the team. It's our team. And we're not really going to get anything out of this, but it's kind of cool to fucking own a pro team. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we promoted the hell out of it. I'm fucking spending hours talking to my guys, you know. At the end of the day, this fucking Eric dude's fucking bullshitting. There's no money. There's no sponsors. Yeah. And I was like, fuck. So I ended up paying for everything.
That's weak.
And it's thousands of dollars. But at the same time, like, these players that were on my team, like, I made a commitment with them, right? Yeah. So, fucking, we go and we don't even fucking place or whatever. You know, hashed off as a learning experience. You know what I mean? I still had an amazing time. Like, I wouldn't take that back, and I love the competitive community now that I've got to meet them and see them face to face. It's fucking awesome, right? And I really got involved in competitive gaming, and I think there's a lot there that it really it could grow really big. But anyhow, right? I get contacted by this other dude, and he's like, look, dude, I got all these sponsors. You got to have a competitive team, blah, blah, blah. These fucking kids are in, and all this money's supposed to be coming in. Everything's paid for. We're all going again. Yeah. No fucking sponsors. Again, second round. And I'm like, look, I told the players, I'm like, look, dude, I'm not going to flip this bill. I'm trying to be transparent with you. I came in here because this dude told me he had this, all stuff lined out. Yeah. And I don't want to put the dude on blast because, you know, who knows if it's going to come through or not. So now I'm at the point where, like, I got to fucking tell these guys that, like, and I was honest with them from the beginning. I was like, the money's not in. If the money comes in, everything's going to be paid for. So it's not like I bullshit them. But I had to tell these guys, like, dude, this shit's not happening. And they're like, now they're not even going to go to fucking Anaheim, these players. So I fucking went to Twitter and I was like, yo, is there any rich kids out there that fucking, you know, want to sponsor the team or any shit like that? And fucking people are hitting me up left and right. I'm like, fuck, why do I even have sponsors? Like, there's so many people that want to, like, be a part of, like, a competitive team, even if it's at, like, an owner standpoint. So I think maybe that's the future. I don't know. So I got that shit going on.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I brought that up. Fuck. Get on that fucking roll, and you just keep going. Anyhow, I brought that up for some purpose. I wanted to talk about something else that was going behind the scenes. Oh yeah, my new project.
Okay.
FAT.
FAT. Why do you always make it like FAG, FAT? Like, why can't you just?
Well,
like...
I didn't make FAG. I didn't make that. But the reason why we
what does FAT stand for?
It stands for the Federation of Asshole Trollers or Trolls.
Okay.
And it is a clan in trolling, which needs to be. It needs to be. And now it's here. And me and this fucking Eugene Yackel dude fucking made this epic video. It goes live tomorrow. It's going to be sick. Like, when they hear this, it's probably going to be live.
Okay.
And it's a fake nuke, and I don't want to give too much of it away, but this black dude is talking about fucking how he hates fucking gay people, right?
Okay.
Black dude, right?
All right.
Then there's a fan that's in there that doesn't give away that he's a fan and is overacting, acting like he's a victim when he's not, right?
Okay.
Then you got Eugene Yackel. His fucking mom comes storming in the room, and she's like, oh my God, we gotta leave here. You gotta turn on CNN. There's fucking, oh my God, we're getting nuked. And I'm like, Eugene Yackel's mom did this, right?
Yeah.
In the background. She was playing with us, right? People are like, what the fuck's going on over there? Is there a fight going on over there? What's this? I go, Yackel, what's going on, man? And he's like, I don't know. My mom's talking about something. I'm like, is she drunk again? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, well, just to be safe, I'll turn on CNN. And I hit him with the fucking fake nukes shit, right?
Yeah.
So you got the fanboy in there who's overreacting. He's like, oh my God, we're going to die, right? Then you got the black dude that's actually really getting trolled,
Okay,
right?
Yeah.
So the black dude goes silent, all right? And there's like another victim, and there was one fanboy, right? So the other victim's like, oh my God. And we're like, this is getting crazy. All of a sudden, one of the dudes on my team's mic fucks up, and it makes this weird buzzing noise. And we're like, oh my God, the nuke hit him. We're next, right? And it was like perfect that I reacted to that like in 0 seconds, right? So that happens. And then fucking all of a sudden, there's like, we're crying, we're upset, right? We're like, oh my God, we're going to die. I love you guys. And then, bam, fucking black dude gets back on the mic. He's like, wait a second. He's like, I got CNN right now, and this shit ain't on there. And we just bust out laughing. So after that happens, right? The fanboy is overreacting even more now, and now he knows that a video has just taken place, and this is his chance to be in a fucking video. So he's like, oh my God, that's crazy. I thought I was going to die. He's like yelling, right? And I'm fucking trying to get reaction from the black dude because the black dude's pissed, right? He's like, you motherfuckers, you think this is funny? This ain't funny. But then fanboy's trying to compete with black dude who's actually getting trolled. So I'm like, wait a minute. Dude, you're a fucking fanboy. I really appreciate you not fucking selling us out at the beginning. But right now, you need to fucking stop fucking fanboy. I'll fucking go off on him. So he shuts the fuck up. Then the black dude's still pissed. He's bitching, right? And the black dude goes, you guys are just horrible. A nuke really should come here and blow you up. He's like, he goes, I don't like playing with you guys because it's like messing with assholes. And I go, wait a minute. I thought you said you hated gay people. Now you want to mess with assholes? It is the greatest video ever. It is the greatest video ever. And it's... I almost want to pause this shit and show you.
Yeah. That's awesome.
You want to watch it?
Yes, I do.
All right.
That fucking sounds awesome.
All right, we are back. So you just watched it. Your thoughts?
The Roundhouse one?
No, my video.
Oh, it's good. It's really good. Like, it's extremely good, actually.
The reason why he's like, oh, because we just got done watching like 3 videos, but the video you showed me was fucking awesome. You need to tell him the little backstory on that.
All right, so back when I was a kid on TV, there was this time frame on Nickelodeon called Snick on like Friday nights.
Okay.
And they had all these shows that would be up on there. And they were always like the good shows for me being a kid, you know?
Right.
And I just remember watching the fuck out of it. And it, for some reason, nostalgia, someone reminded me about something from there. And I went back and watched a bunch of fucking videos of like Salute Your Shorts.
Like all these old 90s
Yeah, from
like Nickelodeon shows.
like Wild and Crazy Kids and stuff like that, you know? And when I went back there, I found this one dude that just put up the commercials that would show during Nickelodeon during that time, you know?
Yeah.
And they were just basic commercials, kind of
It's like a video of Nickelodeon commercials from the 90s.
And it's nostalgic, you know?
And there's like 5 minutes, so there's like so many commercials in there, and we're watching it, and it's cool. And all of a sudden, one of those commercials is like really fucking weird, and it
just gets worse, and it basically gets more fucking hardcore. It's like, have you ever seen the movie Hostel?
No.
You've never seen Hostel?
No.
Do you know what Hostel's about?
No.
All right, this is what Hostel's about, okay? It's about these travelers, these backpackers that go through and they stay at a hostel, which is like
hotel.
A hotel, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when they stay in there, they fucking get tortured.
Oh, wow.
And it keeps on getting worse and worse and worse. It's bad.
Crazy.
It's bad.
So, all of a sudden this commercial comes up, right? Mm-hmm. And there's like this dude who's like showing his butt crack and like all this weird stuff's going on. Guys drunk and they're like slapping each other and they puking and they start humping each other. And we're like, whoa, what is this? Like, I don't remember this commercial on Nickelodeon. And then at the end, it's like, oh, go subscribe to this YouTube channel. Like, this dude put up a personal fucking ad in the middle of this, knowing that a lot of people from the 90s would want to, like, search up these commercials and look at them. And he just sneaked in his little advertisement for his YouTube channel, which is really fucked up because it's like 2 guys banging each other. And then it goes right back to Nickelodeon commercials.
Yeah.
Anyhow, we'll have the links to both of these videos in the description. And I think this was a good show. I had a great time doing the show.
Bam.
Podcast done.